Welcome to your Daily Brew 7.5, I guess, where we're giving this deck another try, hopefully recording it so you can actually see the entire thing. So, what we have here is what I call Stonescar Reanimator control. It's somewhat like the control deck I played with last time, but instead of running stash plus weapon as a package, what we are running instead is Grasped Shadows, 4 Vara Fate Touched, and 4 Dark Return, together with Umber Reaper and the usual package of Tyrant and Maiden. So we're playing 4 Dark Return. This card is part of the Reanimation package. It gets back Vara, and it's also like by itself a very potent combination with Umber Reaper. This is a very efficient way. Like if you can trigger these twice, there are a lot of matchups where that just kind of wins you the game on the spot. It's also very good with Tyrant. They can usually vanquish the first one, or I don't know, the other room. Usually like Death Strike, everyone usually has one answer. To these cards, but seldom two. So if you can like bring out the first vanquish, the second one is just usually gonna take care of business. 4 Sabotage, because I find myself losing to Armory a lot. I don't know if the list I played last time had that, but I wanted 4 Sabotage. You could play maybe Obliterate in the same slot if you want, or the weapon once again might not be unthinkable, but I like Sabotage overall. I think it's efficient. That's what it needs to. Free Suffocate, good with Maiden obviously, and just a solid card overall, but you don't want to draw too many in certain matchups, especially not against Armory. So I think free is where we want to be after some testing. 4 Torch, not much to say about, best removal spell in the game maybe. 4 Annihilate, also very efficient. You need removal, Annihilate does a really good job. 4 Quarry puts cards in the graveyard, and that's actually something we can take advantage of here. Then 4 Vara's Favor, good card, not much to say about that. We also, this deck really needs to hit land drops. I actually think that we might be like one not be playing enough. Maybe we should play one more, because I find myself stalling out a lot. So maybe I should like cut a Sabotage for another Shadow Sigil or something like that. Actually, yeah, you don't really, I guess you kind of want to draw 2. And I also don't really see other cuts. I mean, sure, you could cut a Vara, and maybe that would be good, but they're very good in multiples, which I'm going to get to later. But yeah, you know, that might be it. I could see cutting a Suffocate too, depending on the metagame, but on the ladder, I think you want 3 of those. 4 Favor, also, this deck somewhat struggles with the more token-heavy versions of Queen. At least can struggle unless you draw Tyrants and other token decks, and Favor is very good there. 2 Death Strike, Catch-All, not much to say about it. You need Catch-All removal in these lists, and the Death Strike does a fine job of that. 4 Statuary Maiden, good control card, sometimes wins games by itself, and good reanimation target when you don't have anything else. Pretty good with Dark Return, because this is also pretty difficult to kill. There's usually like Suffocate or maybe Vanquish later, and getting it back can mean the world. 2 Grasped Shadows, I tried 4, but we just can't do that. Part of me wants to try cutting Dark Return and just playing Grasp instead, because there's no target in the deck where it's not mana efficient, because even Maiden is the same amount of mana as Dark Return, but you can't invest it, though it's better with cards like Vara and Tyrant obviously. So maybe that's more fun. Like, I know this is probably better, because yeah, this is more fun, even if it's probably worse. So let's just go that way. But I want 10 reanimation targets. I think that's kind of like where you can draw enough, because the way this deck wins is that we have so many ways to recur Vara that in the long game there's just going to be endless Varans, Tyrants, and Reapers just constantly coming up back from the graveyard, and eventually every deck is just going to fold to just infinite Umbran triggers. That's the idea anyway. And so I think it's better to, or you need at least 10 of these effects in order to make that work. So running 4 Grasp now for fun. 4 Armor Reaper. It's pretty, like, it looks weird to play that with Infernal Tyrant, but I actually think this is upside. Like, you want being able to trigger your own Reapers without wasting your removal spell. I mean, it's pretty powerful in a lot of matchups, because sometimes the opponent can kind of play around it and not let it die, and that's a way you can lose to like burn and stuff like that. Infernal Tyrant, the impetus of the deck, my favorite card in the entire game. Just fun to play with, hard to kill, nice. And then 4 Vara Fate Touched as the last reanimation piece. Sally, not maybe the most, we can't trigger her, that we don't have that many creatures, but we still, like, we have the reanimation spells as well. And she's not that bad by herself even. I mean, it's not something you would play 8 mana for, but it's okay. And having her die and going to the graveyard is not the worst, so yeah. And maybe we can play 1. I don't like playing monuments in this list because you want to drop mana, but maybe we can play 1 cat just as the final like creature. Alright, let's go this way. So not the exact same list as last time, but still fun.